This is NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey. It's a mailbag. You know the drill, right? You ask the questions. We give you the answers here on Chat Sports. A super chat to begin. Latuya67. Thank you, my friend. With so many backs, do you think Jacobs gets traded? I don't think so. It's 6 backs if we include the fullback and Jacob Johnson. Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah are both kind of more third down back special teams guys. I think Britton Brown's kind of a stash for a year, basically. Zamir White might replace Josh Jacobs long term, but I don't know if he's ready to be a lead back right now. And the Raiders under McDaniels will rotate backs heavily, I suspect, but I still think Jacobs is going to be the lead guy for a decent-ish margin, especially early on this year. So maybe if Zamir White impresses and we get close to the deadline, a trade could happen, but I would lean towards no Josh Jacobs trade quite yet. From brother John Wayne Cossey, will the Cowboys make the playoffs this year or not? I think so, but I don't feel as good as they did last year. I don't know how you could. They got worse at a lot of key positions. They didn't make any upgrades. They have a bunch of cap space for some reason. I don't feel as confident as I did last year about the Cowboys, but the NFC is bad. The Eagles are the only other good NFC East team, so they should at minimum be in the playoff conversation all year long. From Tristan Bravo, should someone trade for Deion Jones? No. I don't think anyone's making a move right now for Deion Jones. He had the shoulder injury in the offseason, then he went on IR this year, so he's not healthy right now. He's expensive. Kind of feels like the Falcons are just playing the waiting game with Deion Jones. They're going to keep him for now. Next year, he's gone. If he comes back this year, great. Kind of feels like both sides don't want to be involved with each other that much anymore. So we'll wait and see, but I don't think anyone should trade for Deion Jones right now. It's too expensive, and he's not healthy. From Elevate, to the Saints sign Anthony Harris. Now, is this because of the Marcus May arrest or because of the shocking Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade? I actually don't hate this idea. I think Harris would be a good fit in New Orleans. I was surprised Philly cut him. He's not a premier safety, but I guess he's the new Trey Boston, where for whatever reason, I thought Boston always played well in L.A. and Carolina, and nobody wanted him to make that happen. He never got paid a lot of money, and then he got kind of cut and was out of the NFL quickly. Maybe Anthony Harris is in the same boat, but the Saints can use multiple packages. Gardner-Johnson's gone. Yeah, I would consider Anthony Harris because Daniel Sorensen's bad. I don't want him out there. I take Harris every day over Sorensen. All right, when it comes to Anthony Harris, who will sign him? This is maybe the best available outside of Ndamukong Suh free agent out there. Who will sign Anthony Harris? This is the pinned comment on today's show. You know the drill. If the ad break comes on YouTube, let it play. Head down there and type in who you think will sign Anthony Harris at that pinned comment. Another super chat from Clash with Zeus. Thank you, my friend. Mitch is always talking about Daryl Williams to the Raiders. Does he have any interest in the Raiders, or are there any other team interested in him? I think the connection to the Raiders makes perfect sense. He can play right tackle. Have to find those guys. Raiders have no good right tackles. Sometimes you'll find these veterans end up waiting or being forced to wait until after week 1, because then their base salaries are not fully guaranteed. So after week 1, we'll revisit, see if things change all of a sudden. I have not heard much interest in Daryl Williams. He is old. There's probably been some, hey, come join our practice squad interest. Who knows if anyone wants that? So it's a great question, Class with Zeus, and a big thank you for your super chats today as well. All right, from Vince, who is the most likely real upset in week 1? Okay, so you're talking about real upsets. So I will use the Vegas odds from that standpoint to help determine the upsets. The Vikings are not nearly as big of a underdog as I would think that they are, or that they should be from that standpoint. That's kind of interesting. I do like the idea of the meme upset of Joe Flacco beating the Ravens. Not going to get my hopes up for that one. That seems a bit unlikely. So I like the Vikings over the Packers. I think that's a pretty realistic one from that standpoint. Beyond that, I don't see the Falcons beating the Saints. Lions, Eagles would be fun because it's the Lions, but I think Eagles win that one. So I'll go Vikings over the Packers. Devontae Smith, is Treylon Burks a bust? I don't think so. The Treylon Burks conversation, I think it's often fantasy-driven for these young guys, is really weird. I know he missed time at the beginning of OTAs and minicamp, etc., because he just, had the asthma, wasn't in perfect shape, whatever. But he's really kind of plummeted in fantasy stocks and even odds to win Rookie of the Year. He's going to get the ball. He is a starter, I believe, for this team. We'll see if I'm wrong come week 1. But, originally, your betting favorites to have the most yards be Rookie of the Year receiver, right? With Drake London, Burks, Garrett Wilson. So, we'll tie this in here into BetUS in a second. But first, who will have more yards in year 1? DL for Drake London, TB for Treylon Burks, GW for Garrett Wilson, or O for other. If you're looking for other names, stay tuned here in a second. Now, today's show is made possible by BetUS. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily. If you put down $100, boom, an extra $125 for free for you to bet on. That NFL most yards was based on the earlier odds for Rookie of the Year. Things have changed significantly. Here are the updated Rookie of the Year odds before the Bills play the Rams. Kenny Pickett, plus 800. Breece Hall, plus 900. Dameon Pierce has skyrocketed to plus 900. Chris Olave, plus 1,000. Along with Sky Moore and George Pickens. Romeo Doubs, plus 1,200. Drake London, Jalen Tolbert, plus 1,400. Then Treylon Burks at plus 1,600. Burks being so low absolutely shocks me. It's not Pickett, by the way. If you can pick who it's going to be, you'll win some major money on BetUS, so go do it. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. The Elite. The Dolphins should play Skylar Thompson like Taysom Hill. I don't want any more Taysom Hills. The Taysom Hill value is that he can be a receiver, tight end, H-back, and special teamer. I don't think Thompson can do those things for you. He is a very unique talent. Trying to find the new Taysom Hill is a bit of a waste of your time. If you want to be your backup QB, sure. If you want to have some red zone, read option package like with Jacoby Brissett, sure. Full-fledged Taysom Hill, no. Just let him be a quarterback and grow in that area. Junior Estrada. So the Patriots draft a wide receiver in next year's draft. What do you think, Jack? Yeah? No? How many times are you going to draft a receiver in the top 75 and have him bust? A little bit too frequently there. You took Tyquan Thornton, traded for Devontae Parker. You'll probably dump Aguilar Bourne in the near future. So maybe if we include the entire draft, sure. Early, I think I'd look at other positions at this point. Now, if you want all the latest NFL news and rumors and trades and draft coverage, we've got you guys covered. Hit that big red button and subscribe. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Fantasy question from John Dorman. Start Allen Robinson or Chris Godwin, no PPR. Now, look, A-Rob plays on Thursday Night Football. So you got to make your decision now, John. And this is before it even go out on demand, this video. Start Allen Robinson. I think Godwin will play, but I don't know for certain. There's no Van Jefferson. I say A-Rob and play it safe. Don't put him in your flex, though. Put him at wide receiver. All right, Chris Voges. The Niners should sign Thaddeus Moss. Everyone loves Thaddeus Moss. How do I put this delicately? He's not good. I'm sorry. If his last name was Smith, nobody would care. But he had that awesome CFP run after not doing anything in the regular season. He's been hurt. He's not a good blocker. He's a limited athlete. Thaddeus Moss, practice squad? Sure. Replacing an injured George Kittle? No. Mark Mulo. Hello, Tom. Hope you and yours had a great summer. Thank you, Mark. Happy to have you here again. Is this the year that Kirk Cousins finally proves himself as a top NFL QB? I would like that for Minnesota and for Kirk Cousins. I think he's a very good quarterback. He's in the top 15, not top 10 for me. It's not fair because it's not how things should be done. But if Cousins has a great playoff run, he's going to help himself out. That's a team statistic, but that's how national media and fans always view these QBs. So NFC Championship, like people talk about Jimmy Garoppolo like he's better than Kirk Cousins. He's not, though. Cousins is a better player, and has been a better football team, better coaching staff, etc. So he's top 15 for me. I would love it if he could have a bit more success since that is the big national thing holding him back. Texas-born 45. Should the Broncos sign Blake Martinez? Sure, if they want. Blake Martinez, his numbers, his tackle numbers have always looked great, right? 151, 155, 144. Here's the problem. He's a very good run stopper. He's bad in coverage. Tackles individually are a bad way to evaluate players because they're around the football, but why are they around the football? Where are they around the football? Too many times for Martinez, it's been because he got beat in coverage. Who do you think is the best remaining NFL free agent left unsigned? Let me know in the comments section who you think is the top free agent left. Adam Page, Vikings trade for AJ Epenesa. I think you could get him from the Bills. I'll say this, though. He's not a fit for me. He had to play him at 5 technique, which I think you're okay with. I think you want him as an edge, a 4-3 defensive end. They move him to a 3-4 scheme. I don't love the fit for Minnesota and AJ Epenesa. If you want to make a full-time 5 technique, okay, I get it. But do you want to trade for a full-time 5 technique? I think you can stick with what you got right now if you are Minnesota. Michael Ortman, what are the Bears targeting next year's draft? Receivers, offensive line. You didn't do it really this year? Ooh, Velus Jones in the third. Maybe Braxton Jones will be a piece for it. That'd be pretty fun for them. But, you continue to waffle on what you're doing with Tevin Jenkins, which is weird to me. You got to help Justin Fields. Receiver, offensive line is how you do that. Turn Whitfield. With Kittle being hampered, what chance do you give the Bears in week 1? I am in on Trey Lance. We'll see if I'm smart or an idiot. Who knows? But I still think the Niners are and should be favored. I don't want to discount altogether the Bears' chances. I think that's unfair. But I do think the Niners end up winning that game. Hopefully ends up being a great one. I know Chase and Harrison are having some friendly rivalries this week as they kind of get angry with each other at various points over that game. All right, that is the end of today's mailbag. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. Show us some love, and we'll show you some love too by typing real one in the comment section.